And we are back, ready for game two. And after a few minor technical difficulties, looks like we are about ready to get started quick, fast, and in a hurry. Um, we actually are going to have a nice, fun game of Trigger Happy versus Kisses for Cats. It being Kisses for Cats' debut game. They had the bye yesterday, so they are getting some action today. And I'm looking forward to this one. I'm looking forward to see any of our new teams come up and perform. Team Trigger Happy's lineup being Makey in the top lane, followed by Savape in the jungle, Ishan in the mid lane, Dual Impulse as the ADC, and Troll the Noob following up and rounding out the team in support.
And then on the flip side, we do have Kevin 7600 double XL in the jungle, Meowing Cat in the mid lane, Sharon Fang in and Sessica, one of those two, as a support in the bot lane.
Most of these are new names to me, so I'm looking forward to seeing how they perform today on the Rift. As we enter the pick ban phase for game two, just a friendly reminder that we love all of you out there, all of our viewers, and everyone around. And we appreciate you spending your weekend with us.
And if you're enjoying us that much and you think that somebody might enjoy it alongside you, feel free to spread the word. We appreciate everything.
And with all the sharing out there, we have some bans coming through, with Tark being banned off by Team Trigger Happy, followed by Thresh from Team Kisses for Cats. And speaking of cats, Yumi is also banned off of the Rift for this match from Team Trigger Happy.
Which means that we will not be seeing any optimal funnel strats this game.
Absolutely. Ezreal also banned off. I don't know if that's in response to our last game or from some super secret sneaky tech they've been digging up, but that is not being played this time. Syndra also being banned off by Team Trigger Happy, followed by Fiora out of the top lane. Kisses for Cats not wanting to play against a Fiora.
Fiora's a fun champion, I don't know why. We see Shaco up front, first and foremost. And Garen in response from Cats. And a Cassiopeia, that's always a huge pick. Every time I see it, it always seems to do at least be an extremely annoying champion. That miasma is just so strong.
I really wish I was mechanically capable enough to play Cass on a reasonable level.
You're
it'll feed.
Into Garen?
Luke McGraw picked up for the bot lane.
I mean, as a Riven main myself, I know that that's a terrible matchup, so I'm just gonna say have fun.
Graves chosen.
Question of the day is, what I'm hearing is it Shaco or is it Shaco? Or Shaco?
It's Shaco.
I always go Shaco.
Well, phonetically speaking, it's SH big A C O little o.
Yeah.
So I guess it's probably closer to Shaka.
Perish. Whatever that pronunciation was needs to not be a thing. We see a Blitzcrank ban coming out, but the Graves and Morgana picks that are on each side are really interesting.
Oof. Blitz and Leona picked off the Rift.
I love Leona.
I don't.
I love Leona. You don't like Leona because
just don't I don't enjoy playing it. It's less fun than some of the other supports.
I don't know about
Not
that.
good. I mean, not like it's not good, but it's really strong. It's just kind of. It's like Nautilus. I don't enjoy playing Nautilus either.
I don't know. I like being able to stand in the middle of 5 people and not take damage.
Twisted Fate picked up from Team Kisses for Cats here. A very effective mid laner. Capable of controlling the field very effectively.
But is that a mid laner with the Cassiopeia?
I think it might be Cass ADC.
That is also completely possible, but both of them are able to do that, but it's probably going to be Cass ADC with, against the Caitlyn anyway.
Yeah, Caitlyn Morgana is an absolutely abusive bot lane. I did not beg for a skin, thank you very much. I was paid a skin.
I don't know. Let's see
That
what
was
the
my
last
payment for.
Nami.
Ooh, Nami. Yeah.
This team
This is
is
gonna be
really
a Cass.
Team Cats is really throwing me off. They don't really like neither team. Not neither team, but Team Cats has the wave clear. They have a bit of a front line, not really, but they also have no engage. So this is going to be real. Or I mean, I guess the Nami does count as engage, but that's huge and not exactly reliable. It's fair. It's much better as a defensive tool.
See, that's correct, autocorrect. It was in fact payment. Not begging, payment.
But I don't know. These team comps are a little weird to me. I'm not really feeling the team comps. Because with Trigger Happy here also being like, with several members of the former Martin Cabello fan club who I really enjoyed watching throughout last season, who I'm going to go with this team, by the way. Team Trigger Happy, because of reasons I just stated, but I don't know. These team comps are really weird.
Yeah, weird is an apt descriptor. I don't know how I feel about either one of these. The Morgana feels okay. I kind of like it, especially with the Caitlyn. Shaco, I have feelings about Shaco. Actually, is that support or mid Shaco?
That is support.
This Okay, now I have real feelings about this, and I don't like it. But I mean, into Cassiopeia and Nami, maybe. I like the Twisted Fate mid. Garen top, I'm fine with. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about these teams.
I mean,
the
the Cassiopeia Nami bot lane is actually an extremely strong bot lane, but it's just like, in terms of the comps themselves, I just can't see how these are good comps, or not good comps, because they are good comps. They're just lacking in one area or another. Like again, Cats is kind of missing the hard engage and like the tank, like an official tank, unless Garen is building straight tank, which is not as effective as. But like, it doesn't matter if like you get ahead. It's just a really weird way that it can play out 100 different ways and be okay. And it's just like, I think the biggest thing to me personally is just the fact that Mickey chose to play Riven into Garen. Like that's insane to me. Like, why would you put yourself through that torture as a Riven main?
Maybe he's just that confident.
Maybe, but I remember seeing Mickey's Riven last season, so hopefully it's let me not say that. I'm not toxic.
Wow, you're starting to sound like a certain other caster I know.
Look, I'm not toxic. Look, I'm just sitting here trying to breathe. It's just when it comes to the champions I play, I have some very strong opinions.
I don't know. That being said, even though I don't like their team comp as much as the other team, I'm gonna go Team Trigger Happy. It's just a blind pick here. You know, like, I've seen them perform. I like how they perform normally. And Kisses for Cats is a new variable for our League series. We haven't seen them play yet. So, I guess this is their chance to prove themselves.
Again, you're just wrong, but this is fine.
Well, we will have our answer soon enough as we cut to the loading screen here.
I'm so ready. I'm ready.
All right, remember players. Level 1, invade.
No, we're going to see not a 5-point start because that doesn't exist for some reason. But we're not going to see that either.
Level 1, invade. Say it with me, class.
Morgana is there. It's very possible that it could happen with everything that they have on this team, but I don't know. I don't think so. The Valiant Swords skins on Riven are the only two that I don't have. Well, the two that I don't have alongside the 2014 or 2012, whatever.
Championship skin?
Yeah, I don't have the original championship skin and the two Valiant Swords. Feels bad, man. I'm not even a real Riven main at this point, am I?
Is there a difference in the championship skin? Like the re-release of that one?
Yes. And the original is better.
Okay. Like I thought that the difference was. Oh, yeah, sorry, invade. Oh, Shaco Trap is killed off. Gold card is selected, but they'll just walk off. It was an attempt. I'll give you that. It was an attempt.
It definitely was an attempt.
And they got some good wards down. That Morgana skin is actually really good. Well, we had some good trading up top lane, but overall things are pretty quiet thus far. Maggie looking to fight it down here, up here in top lane, trading off a lot of damage. Oh, gets first blood. That Riven beating the level 1 or level 2 Garen.
Yeah, the only way she wins that is if he doesn't hit level 2 there, which he didn't. Literally, if he hit level 2 there at the same time, that fight would have been so much different. But he played it right and got it. Oh, flash bind coming into the mid lane. Maloncat being forced to flash away. The gold card not going to do anything for him, and barely escaping with his life. Being forced to back here.
Yeah, Team Trigger Happy starting very aggressively this morning. Well, I guess this afternoon.
So Vape and Axel finding themselves at the crab.
Oh, pillar goes down. Binding is going to get the pill. Nice. Maloncat coming in, gold card ready, but it's just not there. Not ready quite yet. And we'll end up getting just kind of wasted. Makey going for another fight up in top lane. Knockup going down, taking off a solid chunk of Kevin's health at next to no cost of his own.
I think the matchup is just not being played properly at all. But this is fine. We're looking. I'm not here to judge the play. I'm here to tell you the play.
Oh, I'm gonna judge the play.
Because you're toxic. That's why.
I am's what I am's, and that's what I am's.
I love my job. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Ooh, lots of damage going down bot lane. Dual Impulse doing a fair bit of chunkage here.
Jessica's also just out of mana. Nothing too serious is happening anymore. It seems as though. Oh, there it is.
Nope,
There it is.
get
No,
out of the fight.
no! Kevin, that was your fight to win. She had no cooldowns. It's okay. You win it anyway because your passive is broken.
You know,
Yeah.
like, there's a
Axel.
lot of flavor things in League that I like.
Oh, maybe he just used all their Qs. There's no way he's getting out of this one.
Nope. Flash goes down. There's a hop. But the blind goes down into... Oh my
What?
god, he's getting out!
What?
Oh,
Nope.
he just barely doesn't make it. But Double Excel has to burn his own flash to get that. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, he misses the binding? No, he missed the binding!
Wow, that's a lot that just happened. I was just really confused and concerned when the first auto attack from Axel did not kill like a 30 health Riven with no shield. And because he spent so much time up there, Trigger Happy was able to pick up the dragon, which is an ocean dragon, which means since the next one is mountain, then the rift will either be a cloud dragon, a cloud, or an infernal.
Hmm.
And just like that, the top lane has been normalized and equalized.
Very curious.
Even though the Kevin has opted for the Berserker Greaves rush, which is really, really odd to me. Although normally they just go for the Sheen or something really ridiculous to just do what he's doing right now, but it doesn't matter because there goes like half of her health. What?
I don't know. I don't know what's going on top lane anymore.
They're just trading back and forth for nothing, and I'm just like, but Kevin is just gonna heal that back. Like, why are you? What? I'm so lost. I'm so confused. Nothing is making any sense anymore. There's everything else on the map is just moving really slowly. Top lane seems to be the interesting place right now. Oh, but bot lane looks like that's good.
Oh, TF going top lane though. Meow and Cat getting off the gold card. Lots of damage coming through. Savape is here to help, but I don't think it's going to be enough. He's going to have to turn around and do something about it. But he's going to eat a ton of damage in response. What are you going to do here, bud? Flash? Yep, there's the flash. He will get out, but it's going to burn his flash to do so. He will, however, save the Riven from death.
But in the meantime, bot lane, a bubble was landed from Jessica onto Dual Impulse, and Sharon Fang was able to just absolutely melt Dual Impulse.
Oh, speaking of melting, Trolldanube doing a ton of damage here. Ignite, flash used for the kill secured. Things winding up on the rift for a minute while lanes tend to progress. Got us a fight down bot lane. Trolldanube eating a ton of damage here. Savape standing on a ward. Meanwhile, Graves is doing the smart play here. Double XL picking up this Rift Herald for his team.
But Axel is taking this relatively slowly, and here comes the Vape into the jungle, like into the middle of the river. We'll probably spot him out here. Oh yeah.
We'll spot him out. Is going to go try to contest this. Goes to deal some damage. Who gets the smite?
It seems Axel was able to get the smite at the cost of his life.
That's kind of worth.
I don't know about
Depending
that.
on how well they utilize this this Rift Herald here. Ooh, sneakiness going through. Flash being burned by Meowing Cat. Ooh, lots of damage going through. Dark Harvest harvested.
Yeah, Dark Harvest, like Morgana, I've been seeing a lot of lately. But the Fleet Footwork Caitlyn is more of like a safer thing to do. Which I suppose is needed in the lane that she's in, but that Dual Impulse is doing, but here comes Moving Cat burning the TP.
Double XL looking to gank bot lane here. TF ult coming down as well. There's a lot going on. Another ult pop from Sessica trying to get some damage off. Flash burn. Double Impulse getting out. Ooh, that Graves ult was just shy. Troll the Noob. His clones doing some work, doing some damage, but all it is stalling this up and protecting the tower.
Teleport also burned from Ishan.
Oof, that's a lot of damage.
Not enough to kill Jessica, but enough to pop the Dark Harvest to put it on cooldown. And it seems as though they want to start Dragon, but they cannot. And with Shadowfang on the backline, it doesn't look like it's
This could be awkward. Shadowfang doing a ton of damage on a Troll Noob, but Triumph keeping him alive.
And it doesn't even matter.
Ishan.
Sharon Fang is just going in. But Makey's teleport will turn this fight back into where it should be as well as...
What a binding. But Kevin's here. Oh, and he's going to get the kill with his ult there. Makey trying to 1v1 him. I don't think he wins this fight.
Oh, no, he does.
Okay, never mind. Caitlyn ult going down. Makey making sure that the kill gets secured. And TP coming in. This is curious. Dual Impulse looking to get a kill here. Oh my god, Sharon Feg got the kill. Oof! Headshot picking up the last kill, but Dual Impulse XL is here. Also, things are going left and right everywhere. Savape is now here. This team fight has turned into 2 team fights.
It's a marathon fight, and why are we still fighting? It's so much! There's so much going on. What is that clown fiesta that we just watched? An absolute clown fiesta. Like, what? First we had Sharon Fang not turned onto with 3 members in front and just allowing Sharon to explode through this team fight. Then with Impulse and Makey just coming in to clean up what was left. And then it was long enough for XL and Sessica to come back into the fight and continue it. Like, what? There was so much that happened there. Every single teleport in the game blown in that fight.
Got a nice wet noodle fight going on top lane. Kevin going to heal up all the damage that Makey just did. Ooh, but Bluetooth's picking up drag here. That's useful, and it will be an Infernal Rift.
That's going to make this game very dangerous. Makey is here on the side, chooses not to chase XL. The Rift Herald burn.
Double XL. Yeah, just dropping it because it was about to time out there.
And it seems as though Cat is looking to TP away, maybe? Or to ult somewhere, maybe? Because that Rift Herald is not getting any value right now without any support from Cat.
But Kessica's gonna fall here. Trolldanoob picking up that kill. Sharon Fag in a bad position as well. Trolldanoob looking to do some damage. Ult will go down. That's another kill picked up.
And the ultimate was cancelled from Meowing Cat, so he was unable to do much there.
Honestly, that was probably for the best, because he was about to ult into Troll Noob and Dual Impulse after they just already finished killing off his teammates.
Oh yeah, it's a lifesaver for sure.
Double Excel here, looking for the gank. This Riven could be in trouble. Yep, Garen picking up the kill. Meowing Cat looking for a fight here. We'll back off. Game's still pretty close.
It is definitely very close still. With even though it's like a 1.5 gold difference for Trigger Happy right now, and with 2 dragons to their side and one tower, the game is definitely not over yet. Because Trigger Happy is about to pick up their first tower, maybe nope, because Savape and Ishan are here to keep them from doing that, and actually maybe pick something up.
Ooh, Ishan's taking a ton of damage though. Kevin is a massive tank, and Double Excel's no slouch himself. Dual Impulse here now, doing a ton of damage. Ult goes out. Kevin taking the shot just to keep him alive. Ishan coming in fast and hard for the kill. And then Dual Impulse picking up another kill. Meowing Cat looking to get this kill onto Ishan. Will eventually pick it up. Dual Impulse looking to kill Meowing Cat here. That's a dead cat, boys.
3 kills for for 2 in the favor of Trigger Happy, but it seems as though they will also lose their bot tower.
Yep, everything gained is gained equal in return on the Rift today. They will pick up Rift Herald, so there's that.
I mean, it's still a net gain for Trigger Happy, I say. Depending on the usage of this Rift Herald. If they don't use it, then it was really a net even, actually.
Yeah, I mean, if it goes the way of the last Rift Herald, then at worst it's nothing lost. Mickey's getting bullied top lane again, which at this point I don't feel like is a surprise.
I'm just like it's really weird. Because, like, although Mickey is getting, like, very much...
Ooh, that's a back canceled. Meowing Cat coming in. Flash used to try to get out. He will get there. And he'll attempt his back again, but this Garen gets free time up top lane by himself to farm as he pleases.
Will most likely take this top tower as well. The rotation seemed to be a little out of order because not enough people were in mid to stop the push from Trigger Happy into this mid lane. But it seems as though Trigger Happy is going to try to set up a death rush here. Troll Noob already queuing in and not realizing that Sessuga's not realizing that anything had happened yet. The pink ward is there and a lot of abilities are being thrown out to defend Sessuga, which means nothing really is going to come out of this. Dragon is up in the next 15 seconds, so it's not like anything is out of proportion yet. Teleport is available from both top laners, even though Makey is already here, so Kevin can go for it or just opt to take this top tower, depending on how this fight decides to go.
Binding. TP coming in from the side of Kisses for Cats. Dual Impulse doing a massive chunk of damage. Troll Noob going immediately into the back line, trying to get as much damage as possible. That's a big cast ult, though, and does a ton of CC there. Ishan making sure that kill gets handled. Dual Impulse, just shy of the execute on the Garen. He was going to go mid and try to get tower in response to this dragon. However, this is third drag, which puts them on soul point. And Kevin's going to get pushed off.
That team fight was very interesting to look at as well, because if you notice the way that fight had started, it started off with the Morgana bind hitting Sessuga, who was a little bit out of position there, like just barely in the range of it. But then it looked as though Kisses for Cats was going to make it a really big play, a big turnaround play, using the Nami ultimate, using the Cassio ultimate, using the Graves ultimate back to back in synergy, and even landing an extra Nami bubble to chain CC that very well, but they still ended up losing that fight after CCing 3 members of Trigger Happy. It's just very interesting to see how they just didn't have the damage or just the positioning really to turn that fight the way that they wanted. And Makey back
as we approach the 20-minute mark here, gold is still incredibly close. Baron will spawn in.
Still only a 700 team difference. Kevin is up about 1,400 gold, and so is Double XL, but then they seem to fall behind a bit in the bot lane, and definitely in the mid lane where Ishan is almost up 3,000.
Alright, wards being swept up and cleared out here as our teams look to be positioning for another big team fight. Meanwhile, Kevin down bot lane, just shoving this lane in. Pretty well uncontested. Letting this Garen farm up, I don't think is a very good idea. Especially not with Savape out of position here, having to flash out.
Very, very unfortunate to see how this is turning for.
Ooh, good binding there.
Another good bind landing. Ishan really hitting these binds on the Morgana. Forcing out the ultimates. And nearly taking down Sharon.
Yeah. Sharon is a large amount of the damage of that team. So keeping him off the field is going to be super relevant. Dual Impulse taking this tower here.
And the Leandries and the Seraphs being completed from Sharon Fang means that is a very big champion that they've got so far.
Yeah. In the meantime, Young Cat is in mid lane, just whittling away at the next tower. Props to Kisses for Cats for making sure that they're playing the macro game here. TF ult popped, looking to just escape here at the moment, as Meowing Cat takes a ton of damage.
And it seems
Makey flashing in onto this Garen down bot lane. I don't think you want this fight, buddy. Oh, but he does get the kill on it. The Garen is unable to pop ult in time and will die for it.
that's just confidence right there. Because there's really no, like, ugh. I'm just appalled.
Yeah, I think if played correctly, Kevin should have won that fight.
The cooldowns were not used.
Noob is going to fall here, but so is the Cassiopeia of Sharon Fang. That's going to call an end to this Baron fight, but Double XL wants to continue it. He wants this Baron, and he will get it, being able to smite when the other jungler wasn't nearby. And get out. That's impressive. That was really well done.
Now, Trigger Happy is just opting to just rush down to the dragon and set up for it, but I don't know if that's the... Or maybe it looked like they were pinging for it, but it looks like they're going to do that. But
Yeah,
I don't know
yeah,
if
they're going to go there.
they're going to just go ahead and take that, because Sharon Fang just got back up on the map. Teleport is available, but nobody's really in position for it. And Dragon is up right at this very second and is trying to contest it. But I don't think that's the move, even with Meow Cat also having teleport available in 4 seconds, which will not be there in time.
They should be able to get it in time, as long as they stay on it right here. Yeah. That's soul picked up. That's big. the extra damage there, especially with a Morgana, like an actual carry Morgana, is going to be absolutely disgusting.
Hmm. I'm just waiting to see like how these team fights are gonna play out now that the Elder, or now that the Dragon Soul has been taken. With Baron up and then like before the Elder Dragon by about 40 seconds, it's going to be very difficult for the teams to properly ward and set them up. Especially if you're Team Cats right now. Now, looking back at the map, a lot of the vision is placed in the river on both sides, but it doesn't seem like there are any deep wards placed on Trigger Happy. Some defensive wards on the bot side, and some minor trading going on the top side, but nothing really saying, hey, this is what we're gonna look at next.
Yeah, both teams really just keeping to their own jungle here, at least when it comes to vision. And I still can't tell which team's ahead. Dragon Soul be damned.
Trigger Happy is very much ahead right now. With the power of the Dragon Soul, as well as the differences in the XP, it's very.
Well, got another fight.
Definitely
Makey looking to try to repeat his performance, but losing this fight resoundingly. Meanwhile, Kisses for Cats looking to just shove in this mid lane. Luxel in a precarious position here. Will get out as most of the abilities will miss.
But like looking across the board, even like the CS differences are pretty insane on the top half of the map. Like with Kevin being up 60, like almost 60 CS, in jungle almost 50 CS difference, which is kind of negated by a tank build, or a little bit of it is negated by building tank. The Twisted Fate, like Meowing Cat, is down almost 80 CS to Ishan's Morgana, which is almost an entire item's worth behind, which you can see in like the 2200 gold difference between them. But at least the gold between the 80 carries has finished. But it seems things are going back to the let's farm for a couple of minutes until the objectives are up, because there's no reason to fight. Which honestly is not gonna go towards the way of Trigger Happy, I guess, with the way that the scaling seems to be going into the favor of
with no neutral objectives on the board. I feel like Team Trigger Happy should be pushing an issue somewhere, you know, at one of the turrets or something. Just letting the game continue with like an empty farm sesh only allows the opposing team to catch up to them.
And especially with a late game Twisted Fate, a late game Garen, a late game Cassiopeia, like those three champions are going to be able to shred all of the champions that are on Trigger Happy. So despite the Infernal Dragon.
Double XL having to flash out, finding himself caught by the enemy team. But this is far from over. It looks like we might have one of those extended team fights again.
Maybe
the top lane, we have our continued 1v1 up in top lane again.
Yeah, Riven doesn't even stand a chance now at this point.
No.
Especially now that Kevin has picked up an Executioners to reduce the healing from Death Dance, as well as the extra Chained Vest despite the Black Cleaver, is not enough to shred through Garen. But we'll see. When Makey hits 16 and probably opts to fight him again. We'll see.
Looks like he just wants to defend this tower at the moment.
And like some actions going on, Meowing Cat not able to get into range to.
Garen popping ult here, ulting in onto a trap, flashing onto Dual Impulse, trying to get some damage on here, but is eating a ton of pain in response. Kevin's dead, and then his team might soon follow. With Elder Soul coming up here in just a second, this is super inopportune for Team Kisses for Cats, as Team Trigger Happy is going to pull the trigger and go for this Elder Soul.
If they get the Elder Dragon, though, it's going to be almost impossible.
All right, there's a TF ult. Lots of Caitlyn traps zoning it out. Yep, Smite goes down, and there's Soul. Or there's the Elder buff onto Team Trigger Happy. That's going to do a lot of damage.
I'm surprised that the Elder buff might just kill Sesika outright.
Oof, almost.
No, not quite. If Sesika had a little bit less health, the Elder buff would have kicked in and killed him.
Yep. And now Trigger Happy is going to immediately follow it up with the Baron play. And this might spell the end of this game as they start to lock down the rift.
Yep, there it is. So now it's going to be impossible to win a team fight until at least those two buffs go away.
Which means that the right play is to just start sieging this down.
The Cassio has hit 4 items but is not 16, so the healing, or like the move speed that is still needed from being level 16 is definitely needed still. Holy, taking like 4 fangs just to kill the Shaco box.
Makey out of position here. In a bad spot. Gold card going down, lots of damage coming in. Looks to get a kill in response. Won't quite get there.
But it only allows Trigger Happy to push down this mid lane while missing the 2 of their biggest players.
Ooh, there's an Elder buff kill.
Okay. They might be looking to end this game here.
It most certainly looks that way.
I'm not sure if they can, but they're definitely looking for it. That's one Nexus turret down. Zanya's burned from Sharon Fang, and that's death for Sharon Fang. Is probably going to spend.
Meowing Cat is going to quickly follow, and then Garen, spin to win, spin to die. You are dead, buddy.
And
the Nexus will soon follow. Elder buff, not quite killing in the Nexus.
And with that, Team Trigger Happy is once at the very top of the win, taking this game for themselves with a brilliant display of neutral objective control.
Yeah, well done, Team Trigger Happy. And dare I say it once again, Monochrome 94 has picked the winner.
Have you though?
Yeah, I said Team Trigger Happy to start with.
You went Kisses for Cats. Don't do that.
No, I went Trigger Happy. Audience, where'd I go?
Where's the VOD? I'm gonna need the VOD. I need a replay.
All right. In the meantime, it looks like we will be able to get an interview with Ishan from Team Trigger Happy, who performed quite well on that Morgana. Autocorrect says I said Team Trigger Happy, so there.
I'll give it to you for this time.
2-0 for the day, and it looks like we have our guest in appearance right here, right now. Hey, buddy, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you guys doing today?
I'm chilling.
Doing
What do you want?
quite well.
Glad to hear it.
So, this draft seemed a bit odd. What were your thoughts on it?
So we actually wanted to start off by playing Oriana and Shaco, which is something we actually practiced. But I kind of just forgot to pick Oriana and just defaulted to my safe main pick Morgana, which worked out fine in the end. But yeah, it was a little bit of a misplay on our part because we were looking for the Shaco Oriana combo. But I guess the Morgana was good enough for the game, you know.
I think
It
worked
most
out
certainly
that
was.
because I felt a lot of those Morgana shields were like really huge against the Casio and the Casio, like all three
Yeah,
pieces that they had, the Casio, the
I
TF.
usually try to focus my black shields to dodge a piece of CC, and I was prioritize 80 carry and then frontline after that. But our frontline would always go in, and then Casio put a grounding ability, which stops Riven from really continuing to engage. Which is why I would look for the black shield on Riven or Trundle, so they could further up the engage, and then we could follow up after that.
I guess my only question, or like my biggest question, is why the Riven pick? Why opt Makey into into an awful matchup?
So Mickey is I don't know, he's sadistic kinda. Like he said, yo, I'm playing Riven no matter what. They first picked Garen and we're like, yo, he's a Garen one trick, man. Are you sure? He's like, yeah, don't worry, I got this. I mean, he got first blood, so there's nothing more to say. He played amazing and we're very proud.
Yeah, I look. I could go in and talk for days as to why that worked out for you. Why that worked out? Because that should not have worked out in any sense.
It should not have, but I don't know. Mickey did some magic up there.
Mm-hmm. I gotta give it to him. He definitely played well. Because
Yes,
again,
sir.
the only reason I'm even going that far with it is because if you heard before the game started, I am a 1 million mastery point Riven. So I mean,
oh really? Okay, yeah.
1 million mastery point diamond Riven. So I'm like,
so yeah, you're well knowledgeable in this Riven matchup.
Yeah, it's one of my worst matchups. It's awful, but yeah, it was Makey. I'm gonna go with I'm not gonna say with who played well, who played bad, because that's currently in the chat right now. But next question, I'll give that to you, Monochrome, if you got one.
So this all played out incredibly well, and you guys had great map control. Was there any specific strategy that you guys came in other than the Oriana Shaco mix up?
As a team, we're usually very objective oriented, just because that's how we like to win games. We feel like it's very consistent in terms of your results you can pull out if you execute the strategy correctly. Where, as in, you get vision, you look for picks, you play for objectives, and it allows you to compile leads very easily. So we just use shot calling to get good TPs, good plays, good fights, and we just look for them to fight in our vision. And we would never take a risky fight. If we think the fight was bad, or if we lose something early, we just give it up, the objective or the whole scenario. We just don't try to take 50-50s and try to go for guaranteed returns on investments.
Understandable.
I got you.
Now,
one last question.
You got it.
Go ahead, bro.
Oh, I was gonna say, following up that specific point, who do you have a specific shot caller? Is there a specific shot caller, or is that everybody doing?
I try to shot call the majority of the calls, so I'm in charge of most calls with the team giving an input, and then I would say our support is our secondary shot caller because he controls most of the vision, so he'll shot call the vision part of it, while I'll shot call the plays and what our next objective on the map is. So that way we can just have a equal and same team mind, so that no one's off the page. Everyone's on the same page.
Sounds good.
All right, one last question before we cut to break and get ready to go into the game 3. That marathon fight, what on earth was that?
That cloud fiesta that happened at the dragon.
Yeah, so what basically we were doing there is we looked for the initiation, and then we saw that the Graves was out of place, so we went all in there. Then we seen one TP come in, and then the next TP came in, and it was just such a dragged out fight, which is why we eventually lost that fight, because they have 3 TPs, and while we only have 2, so they were able to provide more members to that fight overall. I think if you look at the fight, it was something like a 7v6 in the end, in terms of how many bodies were there one by one. So it was a really extended fight, which is after that we said we don't want to look for those fights, as we do have really good bursts, but we don't have really good long extended fights. So we were trying to deny them fights like that because Cassiopeia obviously is really good in those long fights where she can output a lot of DPS. Same with Graves.
Well, that gave a lot of good insight into that Con Fiesta that we ended up watching. But unfortunately, we are going to have to wrap up this interview. So we do have 2 more games today on week 1, day 2 of the Ascendant League.